Natalie, your EF News anchor.
Hi, I'm Raul, the other EF News anchor, and welcome to this week's EF News. Before moving on to the news, we have some announcements for you. This Tuesday was election day, and right now we have a new governor, which is Jerry Brown, and a new senator, which is Barbara Boxer. And we would like to welcome them, and hopefully they can help the economy of California. Also, today, Friday, the part of the Las Vegas transfer, so if you didn't sign up, we still have some good activities for you this weekend. On Saturday, we have Magic Mountain and the Camarillo outlets. And this Sunday, we have the Universal Studios transfer.
Yeah, and we would also like to remind you that every Thursday Milad has a hip-hop class. The first time was this last Thursday. As you can see in the picture, it looks like a lot of fun. So if you didn't go this Thursday. I think it will be great. Now, I think we should move on with the news. We have a lot to tell you, so...
First of all, as you all know, 2 students have been expelled from the school. These students are Jeremy Touche and Jobber Martello.
And this is a result of the bus parties. And lately, it had become apparent to people from different parts of the world that we lost a fellow student by the name Mikkel Andersen. The last couple of weeks, local news and newspaper have picked up on the story that we have known about for weeks.
But we're here to tell you our side of the story, because even though a lot of students don't act the way they should, a lot of us actually follow the rules and don't cause any trouble. Initially, we didn't report the news because just to respect the wishes of Mikkel's mom, but now it's time to speak up.
Yeah, and a lot of students feel like they're being judged of the actions of some of the other students not behaving. And after reading the article and the comments on it online, we don't feel as welcome in this society anymore.
We have a comment here of somebody that wrote on the article. He calls himself former Avenue G resident. This is so tragic. I used to live on Avenue G, and the EF students were the most disrespectful neighbors I've ever had. I moved because of them, along with many other tenants from the building. EF needs to seriously reconsider how they manage and promote their programs.
Yeah, and this is how a lot of people see EF students. This reputation affects all of us. Like, for example, these weeks, a lot of students have to change their residence because they're not welcome there anymore. And for my sake, I'm leaving in 10 days, and I feel it as a relief to go home at this point. And I didn't do anything wrong. So...
Just to clarify, contrary to popular belief, our school director has taken action about this, as she announced some changes that are being applied right now. And although it's a little too late, we believe it's better late than never.
So, this week, Ida from Indino wanted to find out more about how people see the EF students and how they look at the article. So, let's hear from her.
Thank you, Julia and Raul. As you said, this whole incident had a big impact on how people look at us EF students. So this week, I wanted to try to find out how people look at us both from the inside and outside of EF. Or maybe you already know that, but maybe why they feel the way they do and what we can do to change it. We're here with Ruby, and we're going to ask her some questions about the article that was posted in Daily Breeze. What do you think about the headline? Is it a suitable headline?
I don't think so.
No.
I think it's a bit extreme.
Yeah. And it says in the article that all the EF students go to these bus parties. Is it your impression that many EF students party a lot?
I don't think so. I don't know. I mean, there are a few, but my classes don't indicate that.
What is your impression of normal EF students? How are they behaving?
I think they're excellent. I have a lot of them who are friends after they leave here on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to keep in touch with them. They're my friends.
Yeah.
They're good people. I find all of you, to be bright and interested in international issues, people who study hard, and party also.
Yeah.
Party in a good way.
Yeah.
I think this was a really isolated incident.
Yeah. And there was a lot of comments on the bottom of this article, and it seems like a lot of Americans have issues with the EF students. What do you think is the reason to that?
I think that it's a very few people. You can't say all Americans,
Mm-hmm.
or many Americans. It's a few people, maybe in the neighborhood,
Yeah.
who've complained about noise.
Yeah.
Partying to that, yeah, it's a little bit like they're making people attract to read it and making it sensational. It's like they don't care about what happened. Well, I never went to bus parties, so I don't really know. I know there are people who are partying, but I think not all of them. There are groups of students who are coming here to just celebrate and party all the time, probably some of them. But there are most of them the people who don't have good attendance. But I also think there are a lot of people coming here to study and work hard because everything costs a lot. We spend a lot of money, or parents spend a lot of money to bring us here. So I think you should take advantage of this opportunity. Well, what I read in the article is that they have a bad expression that we only come here to drink and don't follow the rules of America. Probably a part of that is true because we all are used to drink at our own country, but I don't think we are all like bad or something. But I also know there are a lot of other people who love. I think there are different parts. There are a lot of people who love us, and in the article I think they only ask the people who don't love us.
I think it's a little bit too extreme, partying to death. But if you read the article, it's suitable. I think it's a catchy headline. I think it's suitable if you wanna make a big story about it. Maybe it's not true or it's a little bit overestimated. I think yes, but I think also it's normal because you are in a new country. You want to maybe meet some new locals. I was also in England for 6 weeks, and it was the same. Everybody went out, went to pubs maybe every day, and I think it's normal if you're in other country, because you have maybe less responsibilities than in your own country. Maybe you have to do less homework or you don't need to go to work, so you can party more. I think it's normal. Yeah, I was on one. It was like a bus party. We can party in the bus. You had music, you had alcohol, you had normal drinks, and then you went to a club and you could party there for maybe 1 or 2 hours. It was fun. I had a good time there. I think that's normal because I see in Switzerland there are also bad impression about foreign students or foreign, in general people. If they do something bad, it's always worse than if a Swiss person do something bad. Something is different, and that's worse than if you do something who is from your own country. So I think it's normal. I think it's normal student. Also, I heard about a brother of my friend. He went to a college in America, and it was the same. They partied every night. They drank a lot. I think they're just normal students, like every students.
Okay, we're here with Luciana, who works at Fatburger, who is practically next door to our school. What is your general impression of EF students?
I think my general impression of the students is a great impression because I feel like you guys have a chance to come over and to get to learn English and get to know about the United States as far as how everything is ran and everything. I feel that shouldn't nobody downsize you guys or downgrade you guys because you're coming to learn something. So I just feel that should nobody criticize you guys or anything like that.
And there was a lot of negative comments at the bottom of this article that we are making a lot of noise, recording a lot, and that we're a nuisance to this community. Have you got any impression of this?
No, I haven't had any impression of you guys as being a nuisance or anything. I see you guys come over here daily and you guys eat, you guys have a nice time, you do the triple X, you get your pictures taken, and you just like to have a nice environment.
I'm here with Lorian Broer from Chez Chanel Skin and Nail Care. Have you heard about the incident about the student dying and the bus parties? And
I did hear about that through a client.
yeah,
But I mean, so many incidents happen at the high school here. You know, the drugs and other things that happen so much. It didn't seem like it was more outstanding than other things I hear from
Yeah.
being a business owner in the area.
yeah. And what is your general impression of EF students?
Well, being that I've been here for 25 years, we've always entertained the children when they come in, or young people I should say. They're always very polite. They do the best they can, especially if they're not as learned in the language, you know, as some of the students that come have it as a first or second language in their country. But they ask very polite. I have never had one of the students ever be disrespectful. I know that there are many people in my clientele and in Redondo Beach who have children at Redondo Union High School and South High School. And they party, they get in trouble, they get busted, they get put on restriction. They go and we're not supposed to be surfing, and they have accidents. There's sometimes even death, and they take off and get busted for driving without a license or So I don't think that the foreign students are worse than our own neighborhood kids.
Do you have any ideas about what EF as a school or maybe the EF students can do?
There are many rules of politeness when you go to another country.
Yeah.
So like they say, when you're in Rome, do as Rome.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that in Asia that they seem very strict about their streets and their the way that people act and the young people and this kind of thing. Different countries do different things. But I think that if you have a person who's been raised in a good home and they've been taught the rules and about politeness and regard for other people's property and that, maybe they can start off with a list of rules for conduct before the kids come, when they come, and have them maybe sign an agreement or a contract with their parents and the school, so that they know here's the rules and this is how we roll, and it's just inappropriate.
Yeah. Okay, thank you so much,
Oh,
Dorian.
you're so welcome.